Hey, Rita. Hey, Penny, how are you getting on? You're on holiday, aren't you? Yeah, we're in the UK, in a place called Cornwall. It sure is a long way from Long Island. How's everything going with you? Can't complain, but I want to know more about this man you've just met. And fallen in love with so quickly. It's happened so fast you haven't even told your best friend about it. He's just whisked you off to England of all places. What's his name again? Nick, isn't it? It sure is. He's just a dream. I can't believe my luck. How did you guys meet again? We met on Hinge. I'm not usually one for these dating apps. I've avoided them like the plague since Frank and I broke up. I guess I'm just an old romantic sort of girl. I thought I'd meet a guy the conventional way. You know, we'd lock eyes one day at a coffee shop or something whimsical like that. Yeah, but it sort of is romantic though, isn't it? Him taking you on a trip to England after 3 weeks of dating? I wish a guy would do that for me. The guys I usually date are reluctant to even pick up the dinner bill. I know, it's weird I found a guy with loads of money and who isn't afraid to treat his girlfriend. Girlfriend? Already? Is he calling you that? I mean, I guess so. Those words haven't exactly left his mouth. But who takes a date on a trip halfway across the world? I guess he's pretty hung up on you if he's prepared to do that. Right? The weird thing is, he seems really genuine. He's not one of these guys who just wants to show off how much money he has. He actually listens to me. And he seems genuinely interested in my personality. He's not shallow at all. That's so nice. I'm so happy for you, Penny. I keep thinking I'm going to wake up and it will have all been a dream. A crazy dream. Well, it's not, because I'm not dreaming and I wish I was in your position. Yeah, it's perfect. But there is one thing, one little tiny thing that's been bugging me. Oh yeah? What's that? Well, I'm probably being stupid and insecure, but... Yeah? What is it? Tell me. Well, he was in the shower yesterday and he left his phone on the bedside table. It pinged up a message. I couldn't read it correctly because as soon as I picked up the phone, he walked out of the shower, so I put the phone back as quickly as I could. What did the message say? Well, I can't be sure, but it just said, "How's the trip going?" And then, "Did you close the deal?" Close the deal? Yeah. I mean, that could mean anything. He's probably told one of his buddies about you, and they're being perverse. Really? Yeah, you know what men are like. Neanderthals. I don't know, it just stuck with me. Did you see the name of the person who sent the message? No, I didn't see that. I shouldn't have been snooping on his phone. It's just my insecurities playing up again, but he's pretty secretive. What do you mean? He doesn't let on much about his life back in the States. No? No, not even about his job. He just wants to talk about me, which is nice, but anytime I ask about what he does, he just deflects. But I guess I've only known him for, 3 weeks? I guess. Give him a chance. Maybe he'll open up a bit more over the holiday. Anyway, don't let me take up all your time. You go and enjoy yourself. Let me know how it all goes. Can't wait to catch up and hear all about it when you're back. Take care, Rita. See you soon. See ya, Penny. Hello? Hello? Who is this? Is this Penny Ashworth? Yes. Speaking? I can't tell you my name, but I need you to know something. What? You're in danger. Grave danger. What? What are you talking about? Who are you? I'm you. What? Seriously, who is this? Rita? Are you playing a prank on me? I'm not Rita, and this isn't a joke. You're in England right now. Cornwall, right? Yeah, how do you know that? You've got to be Rita. She's the only person who knows I'm here. I already told you, I don't know who Rita is. I'm texting you because I need to warn you. Warn me about what? The man who you are with is not who he claims to be. He's dangerous. Dangerous? How? He just is. Very dangerous. You're winding me up. Nick isn't dangerous. He's a sweet man. Is that what he's calling himself these days? Yeah, Nick. What's his second name? I'm not telling you that. It's because you don't know, isn't it? Jeez, he sure knows how to pick the gullible ones, doesn't he? Actually, I do know what his second name is. I'm just not going to tell a strange number over text the details of the man I'm dating. Newsflash, Penny. Whatever this Nick told you about himself, it's a lie, okay? His whole life is a lie. How do you know that? And how do you know my name? I have my ways. He told me his name was Victor. Victor Priest. But that's a lie. I know this because I was in your position not so long ago. He found you on a dating app, right? Yes. And you met up for a date, and he pays for everything. He's so charming and sweet. He's like the best guy ever. You think to yourself, how could I have been so lucky as to land such a cute guy? And then, out of nowhere, he offers to take you abroad on a trip. You say, yeah, sure, it's a bit soon, but it sounds fun. And he takes you to England, to his aunt's cottage in Cornwall. Okay, you're scaring me a little bit here. The trip is idyllic at first, but then you start noticing weird things. Like your phone starts going missing. He hides things from you. He keeps going off on runs by himself, leaving you alone in the house. And then, one morning, he's disappeared. What? Gone. And you never see him again. And then you find out that your possessions have been stolen and your phone is missing. Your passport is gone. You feel a bit foggy in the head, and you walk around for days trying to find out where he's gone. But by that time, it's too late. He's disappeared. You only find out days later that your bank account's been cleared. Every last cent. That's crazy. It's not. It's very real. Is he with you? What? Like, right now? No. Where is he? He's on a run. You see. How long ago did he leave for his run? I don't know. 20 minutes ago? I wasn't counting. We don't have much time. You don't have much time. You need to get out of there. I can't do that. And anyway, I don't know if you're pulling my leg. I'm not just going to leave a cottage in the middle of nowhere just because some random number told me to get out. You won't even tell me your name. Listen, if I tell you my name and he somehow gets a hold of your phone, then I'm putting myself at risk. You don't know what this man is capable of. My only advice for you, if you don't want to leave, find out where he keeps that drug he puts in your drinks. What? A drug? Yes, he'll drug you and take your phone and everything. No, he won't. Yes, he will. Just wait. And anyway, even if he stole my things, my phone is protected. He wouldn't be able to hack into it. Yes, he will. Don't ask me how he does it, but he does it. Anyway, don't tell him I messaged you. He'll feed you some lie, pleading ignorance. Listen, thank you for letting me know, but I think I know a con man when I see one. And I think you've got the wrong guy. Okay, whatever. I tried to help you. Good luck, Penny. Goodbye, whoever you are. Hey, Penny. Hey, Rita. How was your holiday? It was so much fun. Honestly, Nick is amazing. It was the most romantic holiday I've ever been on. Really? Yeah, honestly. Was Cornwall pretty? Idyllic. I'm so happy you had such a nice time. It was perfect, except for one thing. Oh, there's always a but. Yeah. Well, it's a pretty big thing, actually. What is it? Well, the holiday was perfect, but the day after we spoke, I received this weird text. Oh yeah? From who? I don't know. It was from this unknown number, but whoever it was obviously very upset I was on holiday with Nick. Really? What did they say? Well, they started off being typically vague. I thought it was you playing a prank on me, but they knew my name. And then they said I was in danger. Actually, their words were grave danger. What? Were they threatening you or something? No, they said that I was in danger from Nick. As in, Nick was the danger. What? That's so weird. I know, right? But it gets weirder. Whoever this person is, they told me that Nick wasn't Nick's real name. This is so weird. Just wait. They said that they knew Nick, and when they knew Nick, he called himself Victor. Victor? Yeah, Victor. But then they mentioned that Nick, or Victor, had taken them on exactly the same holiday to Cornwall, and that when they were in Cornwall, Nick drugged this person, stole their money and possessions, and ran away, leaving them in England without anything. That doesn't sound right. Yeah, it doesn't add up, because then they said that Nick, or Victor, or whatever, had told them that this house in Cornwall they were staying in belonged to Victor's aunt or something. But Nick never said that the house belonged to his aunt. I mean, he booked it on Airbnb. He sent me pictures of it on Airbnb. But this person did say some things that did sound a lot like this Victor and Nick might have been the same person. Yeah? Yeah, well, they said that when Victor took them to Cornwall, it had been less than a month after they had started dating, and that's the same as Nick and I. And then they said that when they were staying in the cottage, Victor would go out on these long runs, like leave for hours on these runs. Nick did the same thing. And then this person also said that her phone would often go missing. My phone went missing on the second day. I was looking everywhere for it, and then Nick found it. This is so weird, Penny. I can't believe you didn't tell me about this. Well, I kinda didn't believe it. I felt like I could trust Nick, that he wouldn't do anything like that, and it's not in his character. So this person just didn't tell you their name? No. And they told me not to tell Nick that they'd contacted me. But they just told me to pack up my things and leave. Well, obviously you didn't do that. No, of course I didn't. So what did you do? Did you tell Nick about the texts? Not at first. I wanted to get a gauge of him. The texts kind of freaked me out. I know. They would freak me out too, especially since whoever this was, they knew your name and knew you were in England. Yeah. Well, Nick was just being his normal self. Loving, nice. He took me out on this amazing walk and lunch. But the text message thing was bugging me all day, so later that evening I came clean and told him about it. What did he say? Well, at first he wanted to have a look at the messages, so I gave him my phone and he read them. And then he put the phone down and didn't say anything for like 5 minutes. He looked furious, like really angry. So I asked him what was wrong. And he said that he was 90% sure that the person who was texting me was his ex-wife. His ex-wife? Yeah, he said that he had been married for a couple of years and that ever since he divorced this woman, she had been harassing him. He said that she had hired a private investigator to follow him, and that even after he got a restraining order against her, she still would show up at his house and threaten him, say that she was going to make his life hell, that she would make sure he would never be happy again, and that she would warn every woman he ever dated not to date him. Really? Wow. So did you believe him? Of course, he sounded genuinely annoyed. But I was also happy that this was the first time in a month he had actually been open with me about his past. Up until that point, I didn't really know anything about him. He was such a closed book. Then he just opened up to me about how unhappy this woman had made him, and how he was afraid to start dating again, and how different I was to her, how she was a violent narcissist. What? Don't you believe him? Well, I would be very freaked out if I received those messages, but I guess I don't know Nick as you do. In fact, I don't know Nick at all. But how well can you know someone after 3 weeks? That's the only thing that's giving me some concern. I mean, what if this person was telling the truth? Have you considered that possibility? No. To tell you the truth, I haven't. I guess I just trust Nick. Well, if you trust him, then I guess you trust him. I would just be careful, Penny. It's not every day you get a text like that. Yeah, I guess you're right. But he didn't try and drug me and rob me, and he didn't leave me alone in England. He was just lovely for the rest of the trip, a real sweetheart. But the phone thing, you lost your phone and he just miraculously found it? Sounds suspicious to me. I know, but honestly, Rita, don't worry. I'm a big girl. And if he starts acting like a whack job, then you'll be the first to know. Trust me. Okay, well, I'm happy you had such a nice trip. Let's meet up soon so you can show me all the photos. I'd love that. See you soon, Penny. See you soon, Rita. A few weeks passed and Nick began to act strangely. I don't know if it was me or something else, but Nick just didn't seem that interested in me when we returned to the States. Maybe I was just freaked out by the messages I received from that unknown number when I was in England, but something just didn't feel right. One morning I received a text from Nick saying he wasn't ready to commit and that he was still too damaged from his marriage to start dating again so soon after his divorce. I don't know who to believe, but I guess I'll never know what Nick's real intentions were, or if the text messages from that unknown number were telling the truth. Needless to say, Rita was right. It's important to remain guarded sometimes. After all, how well do we really know the person who is standing in front of us?